Hey guys, it's Apostle Michelle Peterson. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I actually have my real hair today, so it's a little puffy. It may start going upwards, so just bear with me. I'm gonna try to keep it down. Hey guys, and so today I wanted to talk about something that's really, really important to the body of Christ, especially when you're called to ministry and you have all of these different gifts, and the Lord wants to use those gifts and use you to actually minister to people and help people and minister to large groups of people. Okay, and so there's just one thing specific that I want to talk about, which is something that hinders, um, like you from going to the next level. And maybe you're at a church, maybe you're sitting underneath the leadership, and maybe they won't allow you to use your gifts. Maybe they won't prepare you or train you and get you ready for ministry. Maybe they are not acknowledging you as being called to minister with God. Maybe you're experiencing, maybe you're not maybe you're just feeling like you're down here and you're seeing all of these other people just, they're, being promoted and elevated and doing great things with God. And you're like, well, why am I down here? I know I'm called, and you're wondering why you're not to the next level. Okay, I'm going to share with you guys something that actually hinders God from being able to bring you to the next level, being able to elevate you or promote you, to different levels. Okay, and so this is what he told me that hinders him from honoring people, promoting them, elevating them. Okay, and that is honor. Okay, and I did a video about this in the past. I think I've done two videos, but they're old videos. But I wanted to talk about this today is because I've been seeing it a lot recently, mainly towards me. And I'm kind of used to it, but it's been towards me recently in more of a different type of way because I'm doing consultant sessions, I'm doing classes, I'm doing things like that now. So people are around me and they're receiving from me, and so I'm seeing it now from that place like I used to see it in the past. But I'll tell you what the Lord told me about honor. If you are underneath the leadership, or if it's someone that's in authority, your parents, your church leaders, your pastor, um, the government, the laws of the land, police officers, all of these people that have authority, if you don't have any honor for them, this is what the Lord told me. If you don't honor, he can't honor you. He can't honor us if we don't honor. So if, let's say, if because this is like one of my testimonies that I share with people. Like when I was a brand new Christian, I was brand new in the church, and I had experienced church hurt really early in my Christian walk. And I just said some things against the pastor. And, they were truthful things. I didn't make up lies or anything, but they were bad things and they were negative things. And because I had did that, there was a curse that was brought upon my life. Years and years and years later, the Lord revealed to me that it was a curse on me. And the reason why was because I had spoke against my pastor. And I was like, oh no. And so the Lord removed that curse off of me. But so what I learned from that is that whenever you submit to a leadership, or if you're speaking against authority, someone that's in authority, you're speaking against them, a curse can come upon you. And also what we're talking about today, the Lord actually can't promote you. He can't elevate you. If you're called to ministry and you can't submit to leadership, you can't submit to them and respect them and honor them and don't speak against them, the Lord cannot elevate you. He can't release you into ministry. He can't promote you. He can't honor you because you don't know how to honor leaders yet. You don't know how to honor leaders. And a lot of people, I understand, you guys, you've been to churches and you've been hurt by the leadership. I totally understand that. So now you just don't have honor for no church leaders. Okay, but you're taking it to a different level when you're taking away the honor for leaderships just because you were hurt, not honoring leaders, period. Just because of that, that is going to stop you from going anywhere with God. You will have to promote and put yourself out there because God won't be able to do it because you don't have honor. So he can't honor you. And so, like what I was sharing with someone just the other day about the way it works, it's the same thing as sowing and reaping, you guys. If you sow honor, then you will be honored. If you honor people, you meet God's people and you try to honor them to the highest, and then God will honor you. You will receive honor because you know how to honor. If you don't have honor for people and you think that's okay, that you can just treat them like especially with leadership, you think that you can just treat them like they're just a normal person, and like they're like, if like, I'll share this right here with you guys. And I have a video, I've told you guys this plenty of times, but the Lord has sent me a mentor, and she was going to mentor me in the ministry of deliverance. And so this was a long time ago, but he sent her to me. Beautiful older lady, probably was in her 70s, older Caucasian lady. And so the Lord brought her in my life to mentor me in the ministry of deliverance. And so, something about her, you guys, she was the one that actually got my attention, on a greater relationship with God, because of the type of relationship with God she had. Something she said to me, she said, if she doesn't hear the Lord's voice, like it goes, if an hour goes by and she hasn't heard the Lord talk to her, she gets concerned. 1 hour, you guys. She said if she doesn't hear the Lord's voice, like, if an hour goes by and she hasn't heard the Lord's voice, and then she gets concerned. That's how much she communicated and God communicated with her. That's how close she walked with God. And so now the Lord sent her to mentor me in deliverance. And so do you know, I didn't have honor for her. It's not like, I got in her face and I was this and that. But what I did was I started treating her like she was a normal person, but she was not normal. She walked with God really, really close. Like, I was supposed to give her double honor. She was the type of person that the Bible talks about. You guys know when the Bible talks about double honor, she was the one I was supposed to give double honor to, but I treated her like she was on my level, and I wasn't even walking with God like that, but I treated her like she was a normal person. That was dishonoring her. And because I didn't have honor for her, she was removed from my life because I didn't honor her. Okay, so if I would have stayed with her and she would have mentored me, I probably would have been way closer to God a long time ago, being with her. But I had to go and get out on my own and get close to God on my own. And it took me years and years and years and years and years without her mentoring me and helping me. And so the reason why I'm saying this is because I experienced that. I experienced, when I didn't honor people that deserved it. They deserved the highest honor, but I treated them like they were my equal. And I know you guys that don't really believe that there are certain people that deserve double honor. I'll go ahead and share this with you guys. And I always share this whenever I'm teaching about honor. You have Moses, okay? And then you have Moses, his brothers and sisters. Of course, if you have your brothers and sisters, you have whoever lives in your hometown, of course, they're not going to have honor for you, because like they did with Lord Jesus, they didn't have honor for him in his own hometown. So in your hometown, people aren't going to have honor for you. So with Moses, his sister and his brother, they basically spoke against him. And the way they spoke against him, they were saying, well, you know what? Moses hears God, but we hear God too. We hear God too. God speaks to us too. So we're equal to Moses. Guess what? They was not equal to Moses. Moses' relationship with God was totally different. The Lord got upset with that. He was like, look, if there's a prophet, in the earth, I'll speak to them, I'll show them dreams and visions and stuff like that. But me and Moses, our relationship is different. He communicates with him face to face, mouth to mouth. So their relationship was different than just any other prophet. And so, Moses, his sister, and his brother, they put themselves on the same level, equal to Moses, like I did with my mentor. And the sister, Miriam, she was cursed with leprosy because of that. So, like I was telling you guys about my pastor, my old pastor, I spoke against him and a curse was brought up upon me. So I want to share with you guys this stuff that's going on in the Bible. This stuff is real. It happens now. It's not just stories and stuff that it's something behind when you're speaking against people that deserve higher honor, and you're treating them like they're some normal person, and you're not supposed to treat them like that. You give them honor. You give them double honor. Okay. And just like with your parents, I don't care if your mother was 16 when she had you and you're like close in age. You will never be equal with your mother or your father. Never. It doesn't matter. They're your parents. They will always be in authority over you. You never see yourself equal to them. You always honor them. Okay? And so, like, when you understand that, you understand there's certain people that you shouldn't try to, say, okay, well, I can treat you any kind of way, I want to treat you because you're human, I'm human, you're no better than me. No, it doesn't work like that. There is people that God has placed in this earth that have authority over us. It talks about it in the Bible. There's, the authorities are ordained by God. That's what it says. So there's people in this earth that have authority over us. Okay? Your parents, when you submit yourself to your leadership in your church, you submitted yourself to that leadership. So they have authority over you. You submit it to them. So you got to honor that, you guys. Don't submit, but the Lord still wants you to honor. So, like with my situation, the Lord sent me to this beautiful church, and I love telling this story. Where is my pastor's book? I put it, it's in there. But my pastor, I went and the Lord sent me to the church. And so I submitted to their leadership because that's where the Lord wanted me to submit. He didn't want me to submit anywhere else. He wanted me to submit there. So I went there and I submitted to their leadership. And that's when the Lord actually really started spiritually helping me grow more. I remember a lot of stuff started changing when I submitted to that leadership, and I started loving on them. Like I was like showing them the highest honor because they deserved it, and I submitted to that leadership, and so. But everything started changing for me, you guys, because I submitted to the leadership. Even though I was consecrated as an apostle, and I went to this church, and even though my pastor, they're actually apostles, okay? But in the South, if you have a church, they basically call you a pastor. Like once you get a church, you're a pastor. Like when I had my church, they tried to give me a title of pastor. I was like, no, I'm not a pastor, okay? I'm not doing Sunday services. It's not like that. I'm doing deliverance. I'm training people. That's what I'm doing, with my church. But if you start a church and you have Sunday services here in the South, I don't know if it's everywhere, but they automatically call you a pastor. So you may have apostles or evangelists having like 3 titles, a pastor, a prophet, and they have all these titles, but they add pastor to it if you have a church. And so my pastors, they use the title pastors, but they are definitely apostles, definitely, because they walk in signs and wonders and miracles, and love the church. But like I was saying, the Lord actually started. I started seeing a lot of spiritual growth. A lot of encounters, a lot of different things started happening to me when I submitted to that leadership, and I totally honored them and received what they taught. And it has, changed my life just submitting and honoring. So you guys, I just want to say this because if that's something that you have an issue with, like the Lord he was just telling me the other day, because I've been having sessions, doing sessions, consulting sessions with people that really don't have no honor for me, but they want something from me. They want spiritual things. They want to grow. They want to walk with God. They want to do all of these, but they just don't honor me. You know, they don't honor me as an apostle. They call me by my first name. And so the enemy tries to get, he tries to, like put the little jabs like, ooh, they don't even acknowledge you as an apostle, but they're trying to receive, whatever you got. They want what you got. They're using you, but they don't honor you. And so what the Lord told me, he said, they don't honor me. And because they don't honor me, they won't be able to receive much. They may be able to receive a couple of things, but they're not going to be able to, to really grow. And you guys, I told you guys about the gift that the Lord has given me. It is a gift called Exalter. Like, I'm able to help people grow like fast, really, really way up there. And you just have awesome, experiences with God. That's a gift that I have. I'm able to help people experience that. And so because I have that gift, the Lord told me that if people don't honor me and they want to receive from me, they can't receive. He can't elevate them. He can't honor them. He can't take them to the next level. He can't promote them because they don't honor me. And that's anyone that you're trying to receive from. I mean, if there's someone, even TD Jakes, if you're setting up a mentor class with TD Jakes, he's doing a one-on-one on you, with you. And you actually don't honor him at all. You just don't honor him, but you want to receive him, receive from him. You want to get something from him. You want to grow spiritually. You want to learn something that's going to elevate you and grow your gifts. Guess what? You're not going to be able to receive that because you don't honor him. Now, the ones that actually receive stuff really, really fast, I have seen it. Like when I was mentoring, people that actually had honor for me, man, God, like within months, they were like accessing heaven, doing stuff with God. I mean, they were just all over the place with God. And I was like, wow, I was like, oh Lord, I would like to do that too. I mean, that's what they were experiencing because they had so much honor and they were loyal people. Like if you have that person that's loyal to you, they're not going to disrespect you. That type of person. Those type of people, God will take them, really, really fast because they have honor. And so I'm sharing this with you guys because I don't want to see you guys that are like really, really, really want to walk with God really, really close. I don't want to see you guys stay down here. I don't want to see you guys stay down here. And you have people out here that can help you get to that place. But honor them. Just honor them. You may not believe that women should be in ministry. You may not believe in apostles. You may not believe in prophets. You may not believe, God communicates with people. Just whatever you don't believe, put all that aside and just give that person the highest honor if you're trying to receive from them and you want to be promoted and honored by God. Honor people, okay, you guys? So that's something that I wanted to talk about today. And I hope you guys understand what I'm saying about honor. And just respecting them, respect them and honor them. All right. So, all right, you guys, I hope you guys are having a beautiful month. Don't forget, try to keep your focus on positive. This is the month that has an open heaven. And I have been seeing so many things instantly happening in my life. Like within the last 2 weeks, so much good stuff has been happening. Crazy stuff, crazy good stuff has been happening, good stuff. And the enemy is still attacking, but you just got to keep your mind focused on the positive. Even though he's trying to put the bad stuff and the negative stuff in there, you just have to don't focus on that stuff too long. Get focused on the positive, get focused on the pure and lovely things. And I'm telling you, and also in my classes, I've been hearing a lot of my students saying that they've been focusing on positive and they have been seeing good things happening in their life fast. Like one day when they focus on something, the next day some blessings come in. And so it's just been like really awesome. So you guys try to focus, okay? And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link that video here that you can go check out about the word for December this month. Okay. And if you guys haven't actually, if you're watching this in the future, check out my video that I did. I think it was August about, it was a prophetic word that I did in August, and it talks about the 3 months. Every year, there's 3 months that there's an open heaven, that during those months, whatever you focus on is going to happen. So check out that video. I'll actually link that too. All right. All right, you guys. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and God bless.